Hey guys, Dario here with Optional Enterprises, and this is my watch list for August 19th, 2019, for the week. Today is August 17th, about 10 o'clock at night, and I am going to go over my watch list real quick. Kept it pretty short this week. I've got I think it's about maybe 13 securities. Honestly, there are reversals all over the market right now, so I really kept it real tight this week because truthfully there's just a lot of opportunity right now. So if you're out there looking, you know that there's tons of opportunity. So I try to keep it real tight for us here. So the first one here we've got is ticker symbol NBEV, New Age Beverages. Now I know with Tilray missing earnings and just the general news around this particular sector / bubble, whatever you want to call it, pot stocks are not really where you want to be right now. However, this one is triggered for a nice reversal, and you see we've got a nice basing pattern kind of happening here on this 326 area. So essentially we're just looking for around a $4 price target this week. Not much, 50 cents, but NBEV is not expensive to trade. So you get that 50 cents, that's about 25 cents, that's 100% return on some 350s. So not a bad trade, honestly. And the liquidity is not huge, not a lot of people, so I'm not saying go crazy. Maybe if you really wanted to, you could go out some time where you see a lot more open interest, a lot of people selling calls right now. Although something that is interesting to mention here is the IV is very low right here. So now that doesn't necessarily mean that the reversion is going to happen to the upside. Volatility is not directional, but I am leaning more bullish with this one. So anyways, we got a $4 price target on this one this week. So just keep it on the watch list. Remember, it's not expensive to trade, it's not expensive to hold, and if you're a different kind of trader, you can always hedge and sell some options, whatever you want to do. My point is, I think New Bev is good for about 50 cents this week. Again, that's also going to depend on whether the market wants to be bullish or bearish. Obviously, we can speculate. It's Saturday night and say whatever we want. Price action is going to tell us the real deal in the morning, so just keep an open mind for that. Here we got another big name, Roku, ticker symbol ROKU. So here we're looking for this thing to either hold the 129.89 or break the 129.89, and it's triggered for a reversal. So I'm leaning bearish on Roku, and we're basically looking for this thing to come back to 122.03. So if you've been with me for a while, Roku has been. I've signaled several shorts on Roku, and Roku does not like to sell off very quick because it's the darling of the stock exchange right now. People love Roku. It's a great trade. Buy calls, get your money at the end of the day, essentially. But it did pop up on my scanner for a reversal. I know we've got a lot of strong volume going on right there, so that's kind of what makes it very critical. You do not want to get into Roku lightly. Keep your stops tight. 129.89 is that support level that we need to see a break for. A break down to 122.03 would be the lowest I'd expect it to go. So something to keep an eye on. Ticker symbol SHK is going to be our next price. Next security here issue, and SHK has had a beautiful run up. Had some analysts that wanted they put in buy ratings on it. Back here, we got some short interest here, but they squeezed them out. And I think that being said, that the short interest was there, it's that still means people are looking at it as a short. Now we've got some strong volume right here. but it was triggered for a reversal daily, weekly, and monthly. So that's a pretty strong signal. But with this crazy run up, we're looking for it to come back, pull back to 94.11. Now, that doesn't mean you play the pullback to 94.11. You could if you want. It depends how aggressive you are. That's not something I'm going to be doing. I'm looking for it to break this 94.11 and this trend line, which is only 2 points of confirmation right now. And the best thing I can do is show you that on an hour chart because it looks just a little easier to see. So we see we've got 2 points of confirmation here. We're looking for it to break that trend, break that 94.11 for that short back down to 90.55. So, that's about a $3 move. $3 on Shaq. Shaq's a little expensive to hold, not expensive to play. If you're playing short term, get in. Well, the options are actually a little skewed right now because of the large moves up. So, but you can get into this thing for around $2. And if you get that $4 move, that'll be 100% return on your money. So, but patience will pay with this one. This is a critical area right there. You definitely want to see it break this. That's just critical. We need to see it break before we get that short down to 90.55. Okay, next one we've got is Monster Beverages, MNST. And this one has been going a little crazy lately. But I do like this one for a pop-up. Bring this back out to our yearly charts. Don't need the hour chart for this one. So this one was triggered for a reversal on the daily. We need to get it above that 57.64 before we become interested buyers. And our first target is going to be 58.31. So you can see here we've closed right around 57.18. We want to see 57.64 before we become an interested buyer. First target 58.31, second target 59.23. I think it gets there before resuming this downtrend. Ultimately, we're kind of looking for it to respect that line right there. Just your basic downtrend, and that's where I essentially derive my target from. Again, want to wait for it to get above that entry level 57.64. You don't have to buy there. Maybe wait for it to close. Wait a day, see if it can hold that, and then play it out. Keep your stops tight. Probably just maybe the close of this red candle right here. So not the close, say the open. So 57.41. Get in at 57.64. That's about 20 cents. Not a lot of room for you, but this one could get volatile. Although our IV is pretty low, so you're not going to expect a huge move. But I still like this one for the upside for about $2. So not great money, but still monster again with the options. Get in for about $1. Probably go out a few. I don't know if I'd go out that far. Over here looks okay. Our theta is about 2 cents. That's not too bad. Get in for about $1. $5 spread on this one though, so make sure you just stay patient with it. Don't get too crazy. Alright, some other ones that I think should be obvious. Everybody should have been watching these. TLT, we've got, bonds have triggered a strong reversal. You can see that had a lot of selling into this, so we might see a little rise up, but I don't think there's a lot left in bonds. Anyway, this is triggered for a reversal on the weekly and the daily, and we're basically looking for this to short down to support. So 143.91 is going to be my target on this one this week, and I expect it to kind of maybe just hold along there. However, if we do decide to break that, we could see 140.03 real quick. So just keep that one in mind. Monitor your interest rates and your bond futures. You can see this one shows us a little better. It's almost a hanging man, not quite. If that wick was right up there, but I think we can definitely see it this week. So something to keep an eye on. Next one is ticker symbol GLD. You see, I'm going with some of the more known names this week, and that's literally because my scan picked up way too many to really, and they're all looking the same. So better to play it safe and go on with ticker symbol GLD. This one's triggered again on the weekly and the daily. We wanted to break the support of 142.63. Also, this trend line, which has now a confirmed trend, three points of confirmation for us to see maybe 140.71. So we can see that the gold futures are looking rather similar. So we just want to see it break, a little bit of a break, a little bit of a sell. That's what we're looking for gold. Alright, so the next one we have here is Baidu. And if you follow me on Instagram, I actually called this one out last week, I think it was Thursday. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. This one, I said, had reached a very critical area. This is multi-year support. So I guess the easiest way to show you that would be to bring this out to a monthly. You see, we are at a very, very critical area. This is right on a monthly trend line. This is monthly support. So this is a very interesting area for Baidu. You can see that we got a $2.35 rise after my alert on Instagram. I know it was Wednesday or Thursday that I posted live, so always a good reason for you to follow me on Instagram. I try to post things throughout the week. They come and go, but Baidu looks good for a rise up. So let's bring this back down to our yearly chart. And for this one, this week, we're looking for it to get above this trend line. Okay, we want to get it above that trend line, and I'd like to see 99. We can get above 99, then we're looking for, I'd say, 101.67. That's a nice, good resistance area. So first target 99, second target 101.61. Let's go ahead and just mark that on the chart. We'll see if we can get a little more of an accurate reading here. High, we'll go with 102. 102 looks pretty good. But the volatility is high on Baidu. So 5 volatilities, 55. The IV percentile is 97. So this one could be looking for a vol crush. So you might want to wait for that to happen. You see that volatility is right at a peak. So, I mean, this would be great for a stock trader. But you want to see this volatility just kind of come down a little bit before you start looking for an entry. But nevertheless, this is a great candidate for a long position. You just don't want your option to get immediately crushed. And it could happen where Monday it just gaps up a little bit, and that'll bring that volatility right back down. That might be a good point to find an entry. But this one is great for a long. Baidu is a little more expensive to trade. And theta is very expensive, especially close term. You're looking at around 35 cents. So maybe go out about 40 days for Baidu, and you can get that theta down to about 8 cents. Options are a lot more expensive, but Baidu does like to move a lot. So, look at this. It's about $30 just in the past month. So, definitely worth it when it gets going. And that's all I have on that one. Usually I don't like to suggest high volatility trades, but this one I've been watching really since around back here, and this volatility just kind of took off. This is a great chance for the mean reversion to start bringing the stock back up. So once it starts pulling back on its volatility, maybe look for some entries. Alright, so that's it for the reversal trades. Now we're going to go into some breakout trades. ADP, I had this one last week. Didn't quite get to our target, but I still think there's a good chance that this one will get there this week. We still got a target of 172 on this one, so that's about $5. Not bad, right? $5. That's not too shabby. And essentially, we're just looking. Basically, you're just looking for it to break above this trend line. If I see a break above this trend line, that's going to be my cue to get in. I'll keep my stop maybe down here around the 166.50s. So you're risking about 50 cents, 75 cents. Options again on this one, a little more expensive to hold. Theta is not horrible though. Give yourself some time, 40 days out, $4.20. You get that $5 move, that's going to be about 50% return on your money. But if you wanted to, say, get a little bit better of a return, you might be able to chip it down to the 20 days out. Theta is going to cost you about $7 a day. I expect this move to happen rather quickly, probably 2 to 3 day hold. So that's what I got with that one. Tesla's going to be my next one, and TSLA. We can see that our volatility is all correct. Although we did not break this area here, we want to see a break above the 222.56 for a rally to 233.65. So definitely want to see some confirmation on this one. Tesla again with the lower guidance, less profitability. Doesn't look great to the upside, but I still think the scan came in for this one, so it looks right. So next we have ticker symbol HES, Hess Corporation. All right, so this one we've got a 64.10 target, so about $2.20 on this one. Again, I'll be looking to get in pretty much right away on Monday, so long as it can stay above this green candle here, stay above around the 59.62. As long as it stays above there, I'll be watching it throughout the day. If it can stay there, then I'm going to buy some calls on it and see if we can get to that 64.10 target. I like it a lot, so that is my recommendation. Not recommendation. My idea there. Next one we've got is ticker symbol INCY. Now this was also on my watch list last week. We actually did make targets last week. Well, we were about 60 cents below. It didn't quite get there. My target was 85.54. Didn't quite get there. Still looks good though. So this one might be another opportunity to get back up to that 85.54 for about $2. INCY, you got 30 days. It'd be about 80% return on your money. Theta is not horrible, 5 cents a day. So maybe buy 10 of them and see what happens with that. So our saving grace last week, besides our Amazon and Shopify trades, UNG last week, you see we made targets of 19.23. Still looks good though. Probably expect a little bit of consolidation, but definitely be keeping your eye on this one. Also, ticker symbol XLE. Energy's had a bad run lately, but we're at some critical areas for XLE. So XLE, as you know, that'll open up a huge a bunch of options for you if you watch energy stocks. So XLE, you get your Chevrons, Exxons, EOG Resources, Phillips 66, Halliburton, Schlumberger. I personally like Halliburton myself when I decide to play. That is just because Halliburton has low theta and the options are not that expensive to get into. And, you don't need a huge move. So energy just looks good in general. XLE and watch UNG for some pullbacks. And maybe just buy the pullback for a rise back up. Alright guys, that does it for me for this week's watch list. Again, I'll be posting live trades in my Instagram if you follow me. If you don't, go over, give me a like, give me a subscribe. if you like my content, of course. My watch lists have done pretty well, so I don't see any reason not to, give it a chance. Again, this is Dario with Optional Enterprises, and thank you for watching.